Hey guys.
Hi guys.
Again.
How are you? Welcome back to Richoux on Demand, where we give advice every single Sunday on age gap relationship issues and blended family issues. So today's video topic.
Is it selfish to have children at all age gap relationship age?
Yes. We've gotten that question a couple times and I've always kind of ignored it. I'm sorry, our neighbor is doing some yard work and we really wanted to film outside because it's beautiful. Thank you, God. So it may get louder. He keeps stopping and starting, so we decided to just start the video. So yeah, we've gotten that question a couple times throughout the trajectory of our channel and our Instagram. Are we planning on having children, and do we think it's selfish to have a child when you are in an age gap relationship, considering barring all other outside influences like someone getting a disease or something like that, and the natural progression of life? The likelihood that the younger partner will be a single parent sooner rather than later is greater. Do we think that's selfish? Here are our thoughts.
In a way, yeah.
I think it depends on how you look at it, which is why we're so big on perspective on our channel. We can only really speak for ourselves, so please take what we're saying with a grain of salt. We're not telling anybody what they should or they shouldn't do, and no one should feel bad about any decision that they make about their life. Are we planning on having more children is the first question. We are not actively trying to have any more children. Will we have children in the future, a year from now, 2 years from now? Who knows? We are not planning on having more children.
Right.
But if God decides to bless us with another child, of course we'll be elated, we'll be ecstatic. We love each other and we have so much love to give another child. The love that we give Eric times 1,000, you know. So definitely if we had another child, we would be immensely happy, I think.
Yeah. It'd be cool to give him a brother or sister.
Who knows, y'all?
But we're not trying. No.
We aren't trying. That being said, thinking about it from the perspective of the individual who asked us this question, there is a component of selfishness. I could see why somebody could see that as a selfish act, because, you know, I hate to use statistics because they're skewed, but statistically speaking, you want your child to have a two-parent household for as long as possible, and having an age gap relationship, there is a component of there not being a two-parent household for a very long time into the child's adulthood, preferably. Like I said, barring any other outside influences like myself getting into a car accident or catching a disease or developing a terminal illness, it's the likelihood that 10 or 15 years from now I could be a single parent with a teenager is greater. Yes, that likelihood is greater, and I understand people's thought process on them saying that that could be an air of selfishness, because you're basically setting your child up to be from a single parent home or having to deal with the tragedy at a very young age. Losing a parent is a huge tragedy. I'm almost 30 and I couldn't imagine losing my mother or my father at all. Like I have no words or any idea how I'm going to cope with that as an adult. So I could not imagine having to go through that as a child. So I understand.
Lost mine in my 40s and 50s, and it was hard enough. So
yeah,
I can imagine a teenager or
Eric,
younger child dealing with that.
So yeah, we completely understand it, and I'm struggling with this video because, like I said, we can only speak for ourselves, but I also don't believe that any individual, regardless of the circumstances of their relationship, as long as it's a healthy, loving relationship, should they be denied their right to have a child. I completely disagree with that. I don't think anybody should make the decision 100% that somebody isn't equipped or shouldn't have a child strictly because they're in an age gap relationship, or even if they're in an older relationship. There are individuals who are in their 40s and 50s as a couple. They're both in their 40s and 50s and just deciding to have children. So
Or have another child at that age.
Right. So, I don't think that that's right either. Like I said, I think it's about perspective. I'll let Keith talk because I can really talk about this for a while. Because as a mother, prior to being a mother, I never saw myself as a mother. And now that I'm a mother, I could not imagine someone denying me that right because, or somebody judging me for making a decision to become a mom just because I'm in an age gap relationship. But I'll let Keith talk about it from his perspective a little bit more because, like I said, I can go on and on about this for a while.
As far as me and you are concerned, I'm with you. Having a child at my age, and if something was happening to me in the next 10, 12 years, then, you know, I mean, you're dealing with a preteen or right at a teenager.
Plus a teenager, because Eric will
plus
be...
a teenager.
Yeah.
You know, and he would have grown to love me over the years. So I guess it'd really be devastating for him, and it would be selfish for us to even think about doing that.
Right.
You know, but like she said, if God grants us with that and wants us to have a child, then we'll become pregnant and we'll tackle that stone when it comes. You know, but we're not going to deny it in any chance or form. You know, I mean, that's just the way life is. It throws you curveballs, and you either catch them or you swing at them and miss. I would really be glad to have a child. I mean, it'd be awesome, I think. Except for the middle of the night shit.
I keep telling Keith, hold on, baby. I keep telling Keith, that is one thing that I do not miss about Eric being a baby is the late nights or no sleep nights. Those were really tough. But yeah, like, to answer that question, we really can't answer that question. I think that's a decision that you have to make. I think that's an individual thought process. Just like people decide not to have children for financial reasons. People decide not to have children because they'd rather travel and not have the obligation of having a child, because having a child is a huge lifelong obligation.
A total 180 on your life.
Yeah, so I don't think anybody should be judged as to their choice either way. But as far as it being selfish, specifically because of an age gap, I think that's about perspective. I think that's your choice. We don't think it is. We think that we can see how someone can feel that way, but for us, we wouldn't view it as a selfish act to have a child. We would view it as bringing another person into this world, into a loving, truly loving environment, and nurturing that child the way we nurture Eric, and we will feel immensely blessed that God saw fit to bless us in that way.
Right.
So,
and also right now we are not, and I'll repeat, not planning on having a child.
We are not. So y'all, everybody keep asking us, are we having a baby?
Right. No.
I know we would make some cute. No. I know we make some cute little babies, okay? But we are not trying to have a child. We're not.
If it happens, it happens.
If we do have a child, or if we change our mind about trying to have a child, we will let y'all know. But right now, we're not trying, and we have no plans to try. So, anyway, we just wanted to answer that question for y'all as usual. Definitely check out the links below. There's gonna be maybe some, I don't know what I'm gonna put in the bottom bar actually. I may put some links to some previous videos. I may put a link to our playlist of questions just like this one that we answer every single week on Sunday.
Instagram.
Find us on Instagram on Richoux_OD. We do some fun stuff over there. We post regularly. We have Instagram stories and challenges over there sometimes.
We take questions on both channels, YouTube and Instagram.
Yep, we do. And definitely, if you haven't already, click the link down below and subscribe. Click the notification bell so that you'll become part of our tribe of 50,000 individuals who love, and they love the fact that you have the choice on what your version of happiness looks like, regardless of anybody's say-so.
Age, skin color, or anything.
So as always, signing off, Richoux on Demand. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye-bye, guys.